Hi, welcome to Under the Cuff. Today I'll be doing a State of the Collection video. I have been inspired by other people on YouTube to do this video, TGV being one of them. If you do not know who Tristano is, then perhaps you've been living under a rock. Also Federico and Christian from Theo and Harris. All three of these guys are great for watch-related content. And what's under the cuff? I'm changing it up a bit other than customary wristwatch check. Since it is raining here in Canada, I'm trying to get all summery, as you can tell, Hawaiian shirt. And sticking to the nautical theme, I am wearing my SKX 009 on a NATO strap with anchors on it. You'll get a close-up view in just a moment. I'll go into each one of my watches and give you a little bit of background as to why I have them or how my collection came to be. So for now, let's go ahead and wrap this up, and we'll focus more on my watches. All right, so this is the watch collection under the cuff check, although I'm not technically wearing cuffs, a shirt with cuffs. This is SKX 009 with the NATO strap, anchors away. Really like the summer, really like this watch, and yeah, I'll talk about this in just a second. So I'll start off with my first watch. This is a Swatch watch I got when I was a kid. This isn't the exact one. The one I had when I was a kid was lost in a move. However, I grew quite fond of it when I was a kid. And luckily enough, there's a website called Squiggly, where you can actually find older vintage new old stock Swatch watches. This isn't sponsored by them, but my experience with them has been great, and I think I'm going to go ahead and purchase another Swatch from them. But yeah, this is it. As a kid, I loved divers, and I think I stuck to that pattern. Next watch I got when I was a little bit older was I was watching Bond movies. I believe it was GoldenEye when GoldenEye came out, and Pierce Brosnan showed all the nifty things that he could do with his watch. I really wanted that watch, but as a kid, there's no way that I would have been able to afford it. And if my parents got me that watch, I would have checked their sanity. But I remember saving up all summer long, doing a bunch of chores, and I went to a store with my mother, and even though I didn't have quite enough, she paid off whatever was left, and I got this Seiko. I wore that up until university, and unfortunately it stopped working. As a university student, I couldn't afford to get it fixed. But at the time, Fossil was going through their, craze, and everyone wanted a Fossil watch. And I got this. Unfortunately, it was the oversized period. I do wear it from time to time. It's not my favorite. It's a nice design, but it is quite big on my wrist. And yeah, after a few years, this one died as well. I got this for like 50 bucks as a student. It was cheap. And then, yeah, I kept it in a drawer and went to another watch, which I do not have in my collection currently. That died as well. After a while, I got this fixed, and then once it died again, I was after university, and I should add that I grew up thinking that one person just needed one watch and that's basically how my parents were, and everyone around me only had one watch, and that was it. But once I graduated from university and college, I and got my first job. I was in Spain on vacation right before my full-time job, and I got myself this tea soap from the duty-free in Madrid. Unfortunately, this is the second time it needs servicing in 5 years, so I haven't had a very good experience with it. But I love this watch. I think I'm going to send it in and get it serviced soon. Perhaps after I get my Grail watch, which I'm saving up for. I won't mention what it is. That'll be a future video. While my TISA was not working, I was looking for watches, but I didn't want to spend, at the time I got this for around 600 euros. I didn't want to spend that much, being newly employed and all. And I got myself this for $50 off of Amazon. I like the design. My friend had a Sterling watch and it looked pretty cool. I didn't really do any research whatsoever beforehand. I just went off of what my friend's word was, and so I picked myself up this Sterling. I like the Flieger style. I like that it was day-date compilation here, or complication, sorry. And I had this as an everyday watch. This isn't the original strap. This is actually a fossil strap that I threw on there. After a while, I was looking for a dress watch, and I got myself another Sterling just for Christmas parties and other things at the office. Yeah, it did the job. This one isn't very, I didn't wind this up or set it beforehand. Sorry about that. But during Christmas, my sister got me this fossil. I love this. This actually came on a black crocodile leather strap, but I think the brown makes it look better. I also like that it dresses it down a little bit, so I can wear it with basically anything, jeans and a t-shirt or whatnot. At the next point here was I was going on vacation to Dominican Republic, and I started researching watches that I wanted to, for me, in order to wear at the beach. But I unfortunately couldn't find one in time, and I went stir crazy without a watch. I didn't want to bring any of these just because of this was out being serviced. This was dead. I didn't have time. I didn't have resources to fix it, and I wouldn't trust fossil or Sterling in in water. Yeah, so that's when I stumbled upon TGV and his videos, and yeah, I found his SKX videos. And unfortunately, when I was in Dominican, I did not have a watch, and I found it very disturbing, I guess is the word. And so when I came back, I started doing some more research and ended up getting both SKXs. I couldn't make up my mind. I threw it on the Facebook group which one I should get, and TGV himself said, get both. Whichever one you don't want, you can sell. And I still decided to keep both. So I guess I caught the bug at that point. What I ended up doing was I got myself a bit of a bonus at work. Like there's monetary bonuses that they give us here, and there's also gift cards. I got a gift card for Amazon, and I ended up buying myself this watch. I really love this watch because it kind of kind of has that yachtmaster feel. Really like that. It's a chronograph, and yeah, it's comfortable on the wrist, and yeah, it's not as shiny as other Swatch watches. That's one thing I don't really like, which I'll mention in a bit. And then there was another watch that I've been watching on and off for I think 3 years, and it was my Blue Angels watch here. I was watching this on Amazon, waiting for the price to go down, and then there was I don't want to say Black Friday, it was Amazon's own sale, and I missed, they sold out of this watch during that sale. Then afterwards, I decided to buy this watch, even if it was full price, and I haven't regretted it since. I love this watch. I love the fact that you can set the time zone, and it picks up the radio signals in order to synchronize the time. Also love the fact that it charges via the sunlight. And then, yeah, after a while, I went in and I was itching for a new watch, and I got the System 51 Irony. Once that came out, I was the first person in the store when when the Swatch store opened up, and I picked up this one here. I really like it. The only downside is I'm not a big fan of the chrome that Swatch has on their watches. It's not really my thing. Like, you can tell the difference between other chrome on other watches, but I don't really like this one, but for what it is, I really do like it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that I did pick up a gym watch about the same time as when I got my SKXs, just so I had something to wear while I was at the gym. This is a Timex Shock. I didn't want to get a G-Shock because everyone seems to have a G-Shock. I wanted something different. And yeah, this was pretty cool. I got it for $50-$60, and it's a tank. It's a beast. Although eventually I think I might get a G-Shock. Yeah, after a while I've been saving up for a Grail watch, like I mentioned earlier, and I really wanted to buy a new piece. There's only so many straps I can get that takes the edge off of buying a new watch, and I end up getting this $30 Casio World Time. It's nicknamed online Casio Royale. It has that James Bondish feel to it, and yeah, it's pretty cool. You have all these different time zones, alarms, so on and so forth, and you get all this for $30 off of Amazon. And yeah, that's the state of the collection. Thank you for watching Under the Cuff. I'll be doing reviews on my watches and what I like, what I don't like, and where my collection is heading. I also have planned to interview other people who enjoy watches or have a collection, and talk about what got them into collecting and where they plan on seeing their collection go. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.